Okay, hello everyone. I am Tamashii, and this is
Hello.
my co-host Rhea, and we are the GreyStrays podcast. Hey, how are you, Rhea?
Hi. I'm good. Thanks for saying my name with such gusto. I really appreciate it.
Rhea.
How are you?
Well, I'm not fully here, but I am here. I am here, guys.
Yeah, I
Actually,
feel that.
we really need to use the fucking the noise. I am here, guys. I am here. We're alive. Or I'm alive. Wait, are you alive, Rhea? How are you?
What noise do you want?
Wait, did
Like
you?
this?
No. Can you guys hear that?
Oh, okay.
Well, no one's here. I wonder if they can hear that. I don't know. I'm too boomer.
I don't know.
Can you hear it when I do it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. Wait. No, give me a sec. Wait, give me a sec. Okay, watch. Watch this. Okay, watch. Hello, everyone! This is Tamashii, and I'm not supposed to be screaming because I forgot I have neighbors. Oh my god, shit. Oh, fuck. I keep doing this shit. Hey! Yay! This is Tamashii. I am Tamashii. This is my co-host, Leia. Everyone say hello to Leia!
Hi. Oh my god.
My bad. So today we're gonna be talking about Palestine and Palestine. The topic of Palestine, obviously, like updates, and also, what the fuck, like, fucking Palestine has been a thing in the Vtuber community, and it's not been pretty in the community that I'm in. Unfortunately, I kind of want to talk about that because I feel like it's affected me very personally. We'll talk about that in the first hour. In the second hour, we're going to fucking talk about acceptance, man.
Hell yeah, man.
In the, well, I guess in this case, yeah, right, it'd be the LGBTQ plus, did I say that right, community.
Yeah, speaking of acceptance, can I just say, once again, shout out to Canada.
Wow, okay, yeah.
They're they've been pretty progressive about Palestine recently. Like I think I read that like they're calling for a ceasefire, like the government now, and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, Canada.
Okay, Canada, let's go.
That was so delayed.
Let's just say they're a little slow, so I don't want to give them too much.
They
credit.
are for sure. I'm just saying compared to freaking the United
US
States.
But in this case, right? The US is trash, right? I think.
Oh yeah.
I think that's well established. So I'm just
It's
like,
Gomi.
it's wow. It is Gomi. Gomi. What? How do you say country? Gomi Kuni. There you go. That sounds very derogatory, though, if I don't specify what country I'm speaking of. Let's move on! Okay, so, let's get serious here. Let's talk about the Palestine updates. I actually did an update on my, what's it called? On my personal Insta. I figured that people usually just like skip through my stories when they're looking at them. Like if they see words on the screen, they're not gonna pay much attention to it. So I kind of want to read it out to those who are close to me, and that way they can be informed as well.
I totally missed that, so my bad.
That's
I do try to look at your stories though.
I figured that no one reads it anyway, so here you go. Is that too small for you, Rhea? Like, can you see that? I'm just asking.
Excuse me.
To see
it's okay because I have that account. I can pull it up.
No,
it's
mean,
hard for me to see, but
for the viewers, if there's like any viewer that drops by, they'll be seeing the. So it is too small.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, but my screen's a little bit more minimized.
Minimized. Mini.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe zoom in a bit.
Why is it zooming at this? I want to see this. As you can see, I'm struggling. This is so dumb. I hate Instagram. Reset. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I hope this doesn't backfire on me. Boop. It did. Okay, just give me a sec. It's fine. We're good. How did I do it last time? Whatever, I'll just read it out, okay, guys? Sorry. I have no time. Anyway. So, Palestine updates. So, the Gaza death toll surpasses 32,000 people, not including the 8,000 missing under the rubble. And so that's devastating. I don't know about you, but as for me, I'm pretty devastated at how much I'm getting used to this. And how much I'm slowly losing my humanity. I feel like I see that and I don't feel intense despair as I used to, and unironically that's what makes me feel despair, is my humanity leaving my body. But I don't know if I'm the only one feeling that.
Yeah, no, I can understand where you're coming from, because I try to follow quite a few accounts on the social media I have. So when you're seeing that every day, it's kind of almost like you become desensitized. Which, yeah, I don't want to be desensitized because it's not okay and shouldn't be a normal thing.
It shouldn't, yeah, but stupid as America is. I guess that's also part of the whole ploy here, where they're trying to get us to just drop everything and not care anymore, which frankly I feel like that's what's happening. I don't see as much passion as I used to, like a couple weeks ago on social media, I mean. So keep on talking about Palestine, y'all. So next update, Israel seized 1977 acres of land in West Bank for settlement expansion. So we just said W's in Canada, right? Well, W's in Canada, W's in the US, W's in what other country was it again? There's other two countries. Oh, England.
What are we talking about right now?
So no, so the settlement expansion. So when it comes to that apparently Israel has been actually selling land, Palestinian land, in these countries, in New York, in Canada, basically every like Western colonial country. They've been advertising the land that they just, fucking seized.
Holy shit.
And literally are selling it, or trying to sell it. So a bunch of people on the internet have been trying to sabotage that by signing up for that specific meeting. They've been signing up for the meeting and basically spamming how that's a war crime. Basically, you cannot do that.
Right.
And yeah, it's been fucked up. And now Israel has done the largest land theft since 1993 with this recent settlement expansion. So that's pretty terrible when you take into account that they've been trying to sell the land already.
None of these countries are stopping Israel from advertising?
Oh, of course not. I mean, if they're not stopping them from killing, I doubt they'd try to stop them from selling the land. So W's. That's why I'm like very pessimistic when a country does the bare minimum, because I want them to just fucking cease fire all fucking ready, and it's been 6 months and they still haven't done that. So can't like Western first world countries out there, you have the potential to be the hero, like, not gonna lie, like, to push everyone. You know what, so far Spain has been doing a good ass job.
And I'll also say Ireland.
In Ireland, that's right.
Did you see that video? I should have sent it to you.
Of the
this
guy
organization in Ireland, like, basically call out Joe Biden. They're like, your ancestors are from Ireland, and you're like dishonoring your heritage by, fucking over all these Palestinians, when literally your own ancestors had to migrate and all that other stuff. So I was like, damn, okay. Like, it was a really good video. And I was like, okay, Ireland.
Was it the lady one or the guy one?
It was the lady.
Oh, well, recently
I didn't know there was a guy one.
Well, recently I think it was. Does Ireland have prime ministers? Is that their thing, or is it presidents?
I think so.
I think it's prime minister. Well, recently the prime minister did that to Joe Biden. Genocide Joe. He called him out in front of his face, literally.
Holy shit.
Publicly, everyone.
He called him Genocide Joe?
Well, no, but basically, I mean, he was calling him out on his shit. He was saying how his country's disappointed in Joe. And the next day he resigned. The prime minister. Was it the prime minister? I'm not crazy, right? It was pretty crazy. Here, let me pull that up, make sure. Prime Minister of Ireland. Husband? What the fuck? Husband? Resigns? Or was it some other person? Yes! Why
did he resign?
Well, what do you think? Because he defended Palestine.
Yeah, but Ireland is pretty progressive.
Yes. Well, no, don't assume that it was Ireland that made him do that. It was America, baby.
Yeah, but we should not have that kind of power over Ireland.
But we do. We have power over every country, which is why every country is basically supporting the genocide. That's a first world Western country. So, yeah, he ended up resigning. Yep. It says definitions of family and woman's. Okay, major factors. Sure, buddy. A day after you called out Joe Biden? Uh-huh. No.
Huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. At least they didn't kill him, I guess. I don't know at this point. I wouldn't be surprised. But that's that update. Let's go to the third one right here. Here, maybe, can I highlight it? No, I cannot. Let's go. Okay, Israel's siege on Shifa Hospital enters its 5th day. So 5 days ago, Shifa Hospital was raided. And you know what, Rhea? When we first started, I think I've already mentioned this before, but when we first started the fucking podcast, I was telling you how not amazed, but how in shock I was to think that one of the websites that I was using to research about Palestine history was basically a library. It was run by a library in Palestine, and how I was wondering if that building, that educational historical place, was destroyed or not, right? Now I know for a fact that it is. Everything's basically gone. And I know also back then people would call us basically liars or not believe us when we say that everything that Israel says that Hamas has done is basically, a self-report. They're just using their own actions that they've done in the past to blame it on a resistance group. But back then, no one believed that these motherfuckers would purposely bomb hospitals. And now there's no is Shifa the only hospital now? Like, big hospital? Gotta make sure.
I think it's one of them, like, in the north. Yeah. Like,
so
it's like the only place for a bunch of people to access.
So how do you feel about that?
Well, obviously it's fucked up, and I think Shifa had already been under attack once. So it was like... It just, like, I don't know what other proof we need that this is a genocide. Like, they're targeting hospitals, and they're also, like, there's been so many accounts of them targeting fucking aid workers and aid coming in. It's like, why are you targeting aid? That doesn't make any sense. And, like, these organizations, they have to cooperate with Israel, the IDF, to be like, okay, we're gonna be here at this day. It's not like they don't let them know, because they know it's a war zone. So what excuse is there,
None, yeah.
I just, yeah.
It's fucked up.
It blows my mind.
And the thing is, this is why, to give more context as to why am I angry? As to why Shifa Hospital is, important. Is because, look at this, Al-Shifa Hospital is the largest medical complex and central hospital in the Gaza Strip. The largest, number one, big one. So, like you said, they should know that this is a hospital. Like, this is the biggest one in the area. What do you fucking mean? And so, let's go back to this. So that means that there's a siege, and it's the 5th day. And you know what they did to the hospital? They've been bombing and demolishing buildings with bulldozers surrounding the hospital. So they're kind of flirting with the idea of, like, trying to completely destroy the hospital, but they have been destroying the buildings connected to the hospital that's surrounding it. I don't know yet if they've bombed the hospital itself yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if they tried that. So during the siege, they've abducted over 240 patients and 10 medical staff from the radiology unit. And the IOF forces ordered trapped patients to surrender despite continuous heavy gunfire. So they tell them to, get out of there, leave, while shooting at them. So,
Jesus Christ.
And
they probably couldn't even leave in the first place. They're in the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
Like, they're there for a reason.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for saying that. And this is like again, this is a summary of it, but when I first heard of this incident, when it first started coming out, because again, I follow journalists. They always update us live what's happening. So apparently, like, when they were talking about it, they said that they kidnapped all the fucking doctors. And that's where I got I'm like, what the fuck? You kidnapped all the doctors? What are you gonna do with all the goddamn doctors? Are you gonna kill them all too? They're trying to fucking eradicate any medical worker, any social worker who's helping these people get fucking food. And they literally murdered the main people who were in charge of making sure people were getting food. Even though that has been very difficult to do, the little amount of food that managed to get into Palestine was because of the police force in Palestine. They ended up killing the chief of police because he was in charge of transporting food there. So now what? I'm assuming they're gonna kill all the doctors? I don't know. And this is just an update that I got from last night. And I woke up to this news this morning. I'm getting my phone here because I don't want you guys to see anything graphic if I try to search it up. But it's pretty fucked up. So this was last night, about maybe 10 hours ago. I was asleep. Israeli forces have raped and killed Palestinian women in the vicinity of the Al-Shifa hospital. So, we have a testimony already by the husband. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you heard that. By the husband of this woman, who is now dead, by the way. Let me read his testimony. So actually, yeah, let me put it up. This is, I think I follow this account, so I think we're good. Give me a sec. Duplicate. Sorry guys, I talk to myself a lot. At Martyrs of Gaza. Unless, you know, Elon is fucking Gaza Martyrs, sorry. Okay, so this account, Martyrs of Gaza, is a really good account that people should follow. They humanize a lot of the Palestinian martyrs in Gaza, in all of Palestine, of course. And by telling the story of each person who has been killed. And this, I like following this account because they humanize the people and you get to connect with these people and not just see them as fucking numbers. So here, oh, this was 4 hours ago, my bad. So this is a testimony. A woman in the besieged Gaza was 5 months pregnant. As the IOF ordered her to take off her clothes as they started beating her, she begged them not to as she told them she was pregnant. They kept on beating her. Hours later, they let out all the women except the pregnant one and took her in front of her husband, relatives, and kids as they raped her, as they ordered the men to watch her or else they will shoot them. A story told by the pregnant woman's husband. So, they're just doing this for fun, and they've always done this. And I encourage everyone to just fucking look up the Nakba, which is like the first attack on the Palestinian people done by Israel. Yeah, and that's where everything started, which was around 75 years ago. So this is what they're doing. This is the most recent update of what they're doing at Al-Shifa hospital. They're murdering, raping pregnant women for funsies. And it's revolting and disgusting. I don't know what else to say. If people don't trust that specific, you know, because Martyrs of Gaza are over there themselves, okay, and they talk to the families of the victims. That's how they get these stories out and pictures out. But Wizard Bisan, the account in Instagram, and also she has one on Twitter, but she's mostly on Insta. She also did an update, and well, this is what she said. Ramadan Kareem, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but day 13 of Ramadan, day 169 of the genocide, day 6 of attacking Shifa hospital. The Israeli terrorist army raped several women in front of their families. Oh, several, so not just the pregnant one, in Al-Shifa hospital, and then killed them, according to the testimony of several people who were besieged in Al-Shifa hospital. Okay? So that's what she said, and she's a reporter, she's a journalist, she's there. That is credible. No matter what the US says, CNN.
She's on TikTok too.
Oh, she's on TikTok too? Wow. Okay, I don't use
That's
TikTok.
how I found her.
I see. So, that is the recent update of Al-Shifa. Let's Talk Palestine has probably will release the daily update in a few hours, so they haven't updated on that, but that's the most recent update of Al-Shifa Hospital. Devastating. Please don't stop talking about Al-Shifa Hospital. Again, it's the largest hospital in Gaza. Next update. So 50 Palestinian abducted, including four children, during the 60-plus Israeli military raids across West Bank in 2 days. So they've been continuously kidnapping people in different areas, and especially West Bank. Marking March 20th, one of the deadliest nights recorded to date in West Bank again, guys. In West Bank. The thing is, I'm American, and I know Americans are stupid. They're gonna see West Bank and they're just gonna assume that's Gaza, right? And they're gonna be like, oh, that doesn't make sense. 32,000. No. Different areas, okay? In this area, this is the deadliest night. But still, remember, there's fucking 32,000 dead people and still 8,000 missing, okay? That's a lot. That's a shit ton of people.
The West Bank, and correct me if I'm wrong, is where like all these Israeli people have been settling, and so honestly, the Palestinians have become more of a minority, because of the ones that have been forced from their homes, and now they're kind of in danger because, well, they're definitely in danger because the settlers are like self-arming and making their own militias and that sort of stuff. And they're not being stopped from doing that. So there's plenty of violence outside of Gaza as well.
Yes. And basically, it's just sorry if I'm getting mad. I'm typing, so my face changes when I do that. So yeah, it's a territory that has been under Israeli occupation since 1967. So basically, Israel is... how do you say Israeli people? Israeli people, there you go, live here, but so do Palestinians. Basically, they colonized. They're colonizing this area while there's still Palestinian people here. The thing is that they're fucking beating up people the Palestinians who are still there. And now, like Rhea said, fucking they're killing people. They're abducting and killing people. That's why it's one of the deadliest nights, because this is where there's no like bombings here, obviously, because there's Israeli people, although Israel loves killing their own people all the time, but there's just a huge population of Israeli people here. That's why there's like, I'm assuming there's no war here other than fucking this. So yeah, they abducted 4 children and 60 people. Oh wait, no, 50 people, sorry. And it's one of the deadliest nights recorded to date, and with 7 people dead and killed. Israeli settlers also took over 20 Palestinian residential structures. So they stole 20 homes, basically. That's what that means. Sons of bitches just can't stop fucking being goddamn settlers. So it's tragic. You can just go to fucking YouTube and see it clearly, how these fucking bastards just pick a house and they just steal it. What are Palestinians supposed to do? They have no rights. They literally have no rights. Israel controls everything, from allowing them to go to certain places, fucking being in charge of their fucking daily diet. They can only get like a specific calorie amount, apparently. Well, now they're trying to kill everyone, but before all this happened, the amount of control they had over these people was so intense. So what are they supposed to do when some bastard decides to steal their house? Nothing. They can't do nothing other than getting beat up and or killed.
Right.
But next update, UN aid mission to North Gaza for 7,500 people was denied by Israel. No, pues gracias, thank you very much, no? Like, how dare they try to help 7,500 people, right? So, and that's not even a lot of people, by the way. There's a lot of people in Palestine, and they rejected like a very small amount of aid going in there. So, what's the excuse there, Israel? Other than being a bastard, right? Next, Finland to resume UNRWA funding. Let's go. Finally.
Meanwhile, I just read that the U.S. is basically, like, as we speak, working on passing a bill to cut off the funding for it through 2025.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that, because I, for some reason, skipped that somehow due to my possible undiagnosed dyslexia. It's right
is
here.
It on there?
Yeah, but I skipped it up. I skipped it for some reason. I might be dyslexic, guys. My bad. But yeah, sorry. This is very important. Thank you for saying that, Rhea. I would have like not said anything. Wow, I'm like accidentally doing U.S. propaganda by not by ignoring this.
No.
Okay. The U.S. Congress passes a bill that bans. Oh, they passed it. They passed it.
Oh, they did.
They passed.
Oh, it has to go through the Senate, but it's there you go. The Congress passed the bill that bans funding to UNRWA until 2025. And there you go. Thank you for the clarification. It's expected for the Senate to pass. Though it's expected. Ugh. I can't. Yeah.
I can't even read this shit. Like, this is. It's expected for the Senate to pass before the midnight deadline. Is it already midnight for you, or has it already?
No, it's not. We've got a few hours.
Oh God, it's just. Why? If it's already been proven that a lot of the fucking shit that Israel says is a fucking lie.
I know.
And the thing is, I don't know if you heard, but like, it's already been proven that fucking New York Times lied about what happened in October 7th. The whole baby's heads being chopped off, or it's been a huge scandal. It was all a fucking lie. Are you fucking kidding me? And now they're believing that these motherfuckers, what? Shut up. That these motherfuckers are that there's Hamas and UNRWA. Even if there was Hamas and UNRWA, that still doesn't make sense to stop feeding people. It still doesn't make sense.
I don't understand at all.
It's a lie. It's all a lie. Well, that's they're using the same excuse to rape women in Al-Shifa hospital and then killing them in front of their families. That's their excuse. Hamas is in the fucking hospital, so they fucking have to rape and murder pregnant women in front of their children and husbands. Do you understand why I'm so frustrated when people keep calling and using Hamas and are too scared to fucking like show any positivity to Hamas? I don't fucking condone killing of anything. But let's get this straight, and not many people are going to say this because it's a hot take, I guess. But Hamas is a resistance group, okay? I'm sorry. Rather than it would have been a terrorist group if it was based on equality, okay? If both countries were in equal standing and had equal military forces, whatever the fuck. Every time you rape a child's mother in front of them, I would join Hamas if that happened to me. Okay? So let's get that fucking clear. I'm not Hamas. By the way, just clarifying. This is all... How do you say that word?
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical. Thank you. This is hypothetical. It's like 1 + 1 = fucking 2. It's that simple. And now look, the U.S. is still believing the goddamn lies, still being a piece of shit. And I've been talking about this for a long ass time. Like, this is why I've always been fucking, like, paranoid about, like, the U.S. You met me at my most paranoia, like, when I was just like, they're out to get me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because everything that the U.S. is allowing to happen is a call to all brown people, brown and black people. They're going to do this again. They're doing it right now. They're gonna do it again, and this is just proof of that. Next, so the ceasefire resolution. Let's talk about that. The United States UN Security Council ceasefire resolution showed a shift. The U.S. has vetoed every ceasefire proposal, and most recently, okay, listen to this. Most recently, Algeria's as the U.S. opposed the language of immediate ceasefire, preferring humanitarian pause. But now, the U.S. draft says the imperative of an immediate and sustained ceasefire. Okay, so the U.S. has been like denying ceasefire resolutions because of the wordings. Okay, and so that we're having this fight like that's been happening for 6 months. The U.S. keeps vetoing. At first, because they said that there was no proof, right? There's no proof that there was even a need for ceasefire. Now there's a shift. They're like, okay, maybe we should do a ceasefire, but like, can you just say pause? Can you like not say immediate ceasefire, because that means like we'd have to immediately stop killing people. Like, can you like tone it down a bit? That's basically what the U.S. is saying. By doing this, in my opinion, they're already admitting there's a genocide going on, but okay. So here's the problem.
Well, but now they changed again. It's saying now the U.S. is saying for immediate and sustained ceasefire, which also doesn't line up with wanting to stop funding to UNRWA. Like,
well, yeah, but here's the problem. Here's the problem when they say that. Okay, this is, if we take this at face value, immediate and sustained ceasefire, yeah, that sounds good, right? And you know what? It's because you can't read. No, not you can, but like you can't read what's on screen. So my bad, y'all. Maybe I should zoom this in a little bit. Give me a second. It's too goddamn small. Here. Shit. It's too goddamn small. I think that's better.
Yeah.
Sorry. Here's the problem. Look at this. It only lasts for 6 weeks, motherfuckers. How is that sustained? I mean, I guess that's sustained for 6 fucking weeks. And so it's conditional on the release of Israeli hostages as well, that Israel keeps denying, by the way. It's conditional on the release of Israeli hostages and condemns both Hamas resistance operations and the Houthi naval blockade. So it's like, okay, not only, let me make this bigger, my bad. So it's because you're like, hello, Tama, like, hello, but I'm like, but hello? And you can't even see, I'm sorry, okay. I'm just like, girl, and you're like, I literally can't see what you're saying. Okay, my bad.
Okay.
So look, it only lasts 6 weeks, and so they're like, okay, listen, guys, immediate and sustained ceasefire, just for 6 weeks, by the way. Not only that, we want the hostages back, even though Israel keeps denying them, like every fucking day. Whenever Hamas is like, okay, right, we'll release the hostages, take your goddamn hostages, they're like, no. no, here, release the hostages if you stop fucking killing children. And Israel goes, no. And you know what? Here, take this rocket launcher and attacks Hamas and ends up fucking killing the some of the hostages too. So not only have they been fucking denying releasing these hostages, but they've also been killing the hostages, and they claim it's accidental, but it's like, okay, that doesn't make sense at all. So again, this is pretty stupid, I feel, because saying this as if Israel actually wants the hostages back. Okay, so, and condemns both Hamas resistance. Again, I already explained my opinion on that. If you don't want Hamas, then stop killing children. Simple as that. And the Houthi naval blockade. So, you know, thankfully there's fucking people out there purposely blocking the ships transporting weapons to fucking Israel. Why would America want that to stop? Interesting. It's as if they want these people to have weapons to murder children with.
I mean, we give them weapons to murder children.
Oh! I see. So are you telling me they want... Are you telling me this is like... And sorry my language. I'm gonna say the G word. This sounds like a genocide. Shit, sorry. Yeah. That was a hot take right there. That was pretty... Wow, my bad. So, also, right here. Next, the wording of determines the imperative is also weak, implying the importance of a ceasefire, not demanding one. So it's not demanding a ceasefire, it's just like importance. Oh, yeah, a ceasefire is important, but maybe, you know, we don't have to stop, Lamau. Fuck you, US. So the result, it wouldn't obligate Israel to end the genocide. Yeah, because it's only 6 weeks, right? And allow Israel to continue on the pretext that there is no acceptable hostage deal. So if we were to pass what the fuck the US wants to pass, then Israel would continue to be like, no. You know, like when Hamas like, okay, here's the goddamn hostages, Israel would be like, no, unacceptable because look at all these other things. No, we don't accept the hostages. Let me rape this woman and kill her in front of her children. You know, that's basically what will happen if we were to accept anything that the dumbass US government is trying to do. So, because of that, again, this is very important because news sources are trying to make the countries that denied this US ceasefire resolution look bad. So that's the reason why, let me go scroll up a little bit here. That's the reason why it was vetoed by Russia and China, who said it let Israel continue attacks and invade Rafah if we were to accept this. Algeria also voted against the resolution, and Guyana abstained. So these countries were like, no, Lamau, that's not a ceasefire.
Which is, I mean, it's pretty bad if Russia and China say no, because, you know.
Yeah, like, Russia, really? Too, like, even Russia's like, Lamau, like, you know, I understand that we look pretty bad right
Russia's
now.
Like, that's crossing the line.
Yeah, like, they're like, you know, like, even we didn't kill that much kids in Ukraine, goddamn. It's true.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone demonizes Russia, but they didn't stoop to this level. I'm not saying Russia is innocent, by the way. Fuck Russia for doing what they're doing to fucking Ukraine. But, like, it's bad. It's bad if Russia's like, Lamau, no. So, 10 states are planning an alternative resolution calling for a ceasefire during Ramadan, including but not conditioned on the release of Israeli hostages. It will be put to a vote tomorrow, I'm assuming today, for you,
Mm-hmm.
because I read this yesterday. The U.S. is expected to veto. Let's zoom in on that, baby. Right there. The U.S. is expected to fucking veto. Veto. But in this case, nope. Make it pretty. And that is the update on Palestine. How do you feel, Rhea?
You know, the usual, just really depressed, helpless. I mean, obviously there's things we should be doing, like sharing this information and donating if you can, but
Exactly.
yeah, it does really make you, or at least me, feel helpless because, yeah, it's just, I feel like people do not give a shit.
And that's the unfortunate part. People don't give a shit. And this is where, like, we'll only talk about this for 10 minutes, but I want to talk about the whole. I'm not gonna name names. I'm gonna use a lot of like code names. Let's just say that. But there's a specific company, as you can see from my desk, my side of the setup here, like my desk, you could see, and behind me you could see a lot of references to the company that I'm trying to refer to right now. About 2 weeks ago, someone that I call them Carla. Let's call them Carla, okay? Carla. I don't know why. I find it funny to call them Carla because they're Mexican, and I just think that's.
Oh.
I'm just gonna be like, hi, Carla. You know, Carla, why? And yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. Carla, ¿por qué? Why? 2 weeks ago, Carla is in Japan trying to, you know, since she works for a Japanese company, she's in Japan doing work that involves VTubing, whatever. I love this company, and we've been through so much shit. That company has fucked up a lot. All the bad things that people are saying about the company, specifically just the company, I agree with most of it, not gonna lie. I'm done and sick and tired of how they've been mismanaging everything and mistreating their talents. Now, because of the major fuck up that they did recently, I'm not gonna go into it because it's pretty heavy stuff. But because of that fuck up, me included, everyone has been enraged, angry. But it has gotten.
Is this fuck up related to Palestine?
Not yet.
okay,
No,
okay.
Not at all. But it's tragic. It to say the least. It involved someone almost taking their own life twice.
Oh God.
Exactly. And so I enraged, like, how dare you do that to someone I admire, right? Like, oh my God. Oh, and they fired them, right? They fired them during that.
They fired them for doing that?
They weren't following the rules. They broke the rules. They got in trouble in the company. The stress from it made them want to commit. And they did. They tried like twice. During their hospitalization, since they didn't get a reply back from her, and they just fired her. She didn't even know she was fired until they released it publicly. So I understand why people are shitting on this company. And you know that I want to join this company, right? Someday. So my feeling, I'm devastated from all of this. Absolutely devastated. But she's okay now. She's doing great. She is successful. She's back on YouTube on her own. She's doing okay. She's fine. And she's like one of the most famous indie female VTubers now, so props to her. But
yeah, that's good.
this has turned into a thing where anyone involved in this company, including the talents, have been getting hate, have been getting harassed. Basically, the people who were never fans to begin with of these people are using this as an opportunity to shit on everyone involved in this company, in the guise as that they're doing this for the girl who was, you know, who almost died, basically. They're just using, they don't even like her. They're pretending. Okay, that they're not real fans, because she's already said to her fans, hey, don't harass anyone, please. Don't do the things that were done to me to other people. That's what she said.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers, they're like, no, but justice. We need a fucking justice is justice. And they go and they harass and they dox and they use slurs and all. I've been attacked by these people myself in my private Twitter. It's bad. And it's getting really, really bad. Now, this is how it connects Carla. Carla is in Japan, and she decided it'd be a great idea to buy a bunch of cakes from Starbucks and boycott Starbucks and show them on screen and eat them, basically. Do a taste review thing. Now, obviously, one of the criticisms that the haters have on the fandom that I'm a part of is that we're too woke, right? And it's because the talents have created a rare, somewhat safe environment. It's really rare. In again, I'm telling you, the anime community is filled with bigots, including the VTuber community. Now, this specific VTuber community, the talents have managed to create a environment where, you know, it benefits the marginalized to a certain extent. You know, I feel safe there as a POC. You know, and that goes against like literally like 70% of the normal fandoms, you know, when it comes to anime and VTubing. So that's why people shit on us, and that's why they're using the excuse of this poor girl this other girl who was hurt, to attack us and make fun of us for being woke, even though that situation had nothing to do with us, and they should be directing that hate towards the company. But I digress. Anyway, so someone in chat, I don't know, I wasn't there, and she deleted that part of the video. I think she just deleted the VOD entirely. I don't know if they were spamming. I don't know if they were calling her names. I feel like it depends on how the person was doing it, because I feel like it's not helpful if you see someone drinking Starbucks and you go up to them and call them a piece of shit, right? Like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. How dare you drink Starbucks? I don't think that's helpful. I think that's gonna make someone be anti-Palestine, right? That's how I see it. So if that was the case, then I understand her response, even though it was pretty cruel, in my opinion, the way she. But if it wasn't like that, it was just someone sending, just like maybe if it was a group of people or one person just being like, hey, you shouldn't do this right now, considering the circumstances. The worldwide circumstances right now, I don't think you should do this. If it was like respectful as fuck, and if she responded this way, I have an issue with it, a huge issue with it. But if they were spamming and being disruptive or calling her names, I can understand her response. I'm not gonna show her face, but I do think like we should hear what she had to say, because this is where the topic makes everything complicated. So the audio is terrible for you, right? Therefore, I'm going to share the other screen with you, but I think chat will be able to hear, or the viewers are going to hear the audio. So here it is. I'm sharing this with you. Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so we're just gonna hear the audio, y'all. Let's go.
So,
This they can't. This is Carla. This is her responding to
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm dumb.
Did you? This is Carla. Yeah, this is Carla, and this is them responding to the chatter or chatters in question. I don't know. As you can see, it's very blurred. We can't see shit. So
Yeah.
oh wait.
Okay. Keep the rules. Keep your politics out of my chat. This is for fun. Why are you ruining the fun? Why are you killing the vibe? Fuck off. Take that somewhere else. Thanks. Thank you. I already fuck off with that shit, dude. Fuck off with that. If you're gonna bring up shit that why? Why are you killing the vibe and breaking my rules? I don't know, bro. Please keep your politics out of my chat. I'm gonna time you out. I don't know, bro. Don't. I'm just enjoying my time in Japan, okay?
So that's the gist of that.
Oh, don't forget to turn off desktop audio.
Thank you. Wow. I heart you. Thank you, because I would have forgotten. Okay, so how was that? How was that?
Wow.
And again, Rhea's a normie. She has nothing to do with the VTubing space. This is her raw. How do you feel about this? Because I want to make it clear that a normal person who would hear this would be incredibly offended, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. How do you feel?
No, I mean, I really want to know what was said to her, just because I'm what was I gonna say?
Sorry.
Oh, also, I need to go back to the other stream.
Oh, thank you.
But I wanna know what was said to her, because the way she reacted was so like intense and angry. I'm like, it's like, okay,
okay, but listen, are you being misogynistic right now?
No,
because she's a woman, and
I would say that if a man reacted that way too. Like,
okay,
it's just
okay.
She was literally saying fuck off. Like, so it makes me wonder what exactly was said and how it was said. Because at this point it's like, how do you not know what's going on in Gaza? You know, like, I just feel like you should know.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone had been like, hey, people are boycotting this, you know, to show their support, and to, like, because Starbucks is essentially like supporting the genocide, then for her to react that way is pretty offensive. But if they were to be like, hey, fucking boycott Starbucks, without any other context, I don't know. Like, is that different?
Well, and that,
and again, would she have known is my thing.
And that's the thing. I saw some people like trying, like, okay, well, how was this brought up? Like, can you clarify? Like, you know, and even I asked that because, again, it matters. And you got the people. There was two sides. There's people who just want to hate, and there's people who hate the company. And are defending her, which is so interesting. Okay, so they're defending they hate the company, but they're defending Carla because she's a victim of woke politics now. So since she's a victim of woke politics, we must defend her. Even so, you see how confusing that is a little bit. So again, these people hate the company and they hate the livers. Heck, they even hate her too. But because she's a victim of woke politics, we must defend her with all our honor, right? And now,
Right. They're kind of just, it sounds like they're just using the situation. to their
exactly, yes,
benefit.
to their benefit. They don't fucking care. It's been an hour, shit. They don't care. And you have the people who just want to hate and immediately, or like, it doesn't matter what was said, she's a piece of shit, you know? It doesn't matter. And I'm like,
Right.
no, it kind of does. Because what's the goal here,
Yeah,
guys?
it does.
What the fuck is the goal? The goal is to raise awareness. I saw someone when literally it was like a whole debate because you had fans fighting each other, not even fans, but like people, outsiders as well. It got so out of hand. It was so confusing. Like, we got fans babying her. We got fans like oh, it's oh, you did nothing wrong, blah blah blah. No, she did do something wrong. I think her reaction was inappropriate. But it does, at the same time, it does matter what was said to her. How was it? We will never know unless someone has the VOD with what the person said. We will never know.
Right.
Now the thing is that some people are like, well, it's not our job to educate people. What do you mean? They should know by now. Bitch, I changed my father's mind, and like literally, my dad used to be anti-Palestine until like. What, when did I bring that up to you? Like, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Girl, I didn't even update y'all. My dad participates in protests now. Back in my hometown. And you know what? He is protesting with a Palestinian man.
That's great.
And the thing is, this is even more amazing. Like, my dad was telling me the story. He's like, I don't know. I met this guy and I talked to him and I told him, because he's Palestinian. He's like, wow, I don't know what to do, but I'll participate in the protest with you. This guy knew Spanish. He didn't know this guy was speaking Spanish to my father. And my dad's like, well, how the hell do you know Spanish? He goes, cause we're in my area, there's a lot of Hispanics, a lot of Mexicans. So if you want to do business with minorities, back then it was pretty hard to do business with white people. I remember it was still pretty, back in my younger days, segregation was still a thing. Not gonna lie, you have like little towns dedicated to the Mexicans / other minorities. And so, if you want to make business, you're in those places. Well, you gotta make business with the goddamn Mexicans, right? And so, so my dad's like, "Wait a second, were you that guy who owned that store years ago?" He goes, "Yeah, my father owned that store, and now I own that store." And then my dad's like, "Yo, your dad sold me a shitty watch. I remember." It was so funny. He's like,
holy shit.
It was so fucking funny. And he's like, "Wait, are you telling me I've always known your father and I've probably like seen you before?" Because they were around the same age. He goes, "Well, yeah. And you're Palestinian? Yeah!" And I was like, "Oh my god. What are the fucking odds? What are the fucking odds?" Jesus. And I was just so fucking amazed. I almost cried too. It was like, to think that we were, my father has been connected with, without even knowing, with a Palestinian family, a business,
Right. That's really cool.
And my dad, well, you gotta know his story and tell his story, because like, Jesus Christ, what is that man feeling right now? Is his family okay? I don't even know. I'm assuming his family managed to escape to my area where he lives at, but shit. So if my dad, who didn't know shit until the thing is, here's the thing. Me and my father had a huge fight over this 3 years ago. Huge fight. It was pretty bad. I started calling my dad a piece of shit and all of that stuff. That wasn't helpful. But now, recently, when I talked to him again 2 months 2 months 2 months ago, I managed to educate him. He's sending me, and he still wants to learn more, and he's out there protesting with a Palestinian man. So like,
Yeah.
so yes, hell yes, it is our job to educate people. But now, and Carla has apologized. I don't know, girl. Like, it's not my right. It's not my right to accept or deny an apology. But it's just like the damage has been done, because now on the internet we see a discourse where when it comes to this specific fandom, I'm just gonna say Niji, I'm not gonna say the full name, but you guys know, when it comes to the Niji fandom, Palestine has turned into a politics discourse. People are calling it woke politics. Other people are just like, okay, get over it. She apologized. No one, absolutely no one is educating anyone on this. Heck, no one even educated publicly, at least, Carla about why what she said was fucked up. And if she really didn't know, no one even did anything to do a useful. Like, she didn't need, so her apology was like, I didn't know, I'll educate myself. That's what she said. I'll delete the VOD, I'll educate myself. That was the gist of her apology. It's so, like, I didn't really like it. And it's not up, and I'm not trying to counsel her or anything, but if you're gonna educate yourself, can you clarify what exactly you're educating yourself on? Can you clarify what was it that you did was wrong? You didn't clarify any of that. So in a sense, it still ended up dehumanizing the Palestinian people. And me, as someone who was so happy for her to get into this goddamn company, and a little jealous, cause like, man, I wanted to be the first Mexican in that branch. Oh well, I'm like, oh well, I need to get better, I need to fucking do better and not be a lazy fuck. But like, now I'm just like, girl, what the fuck, you not only have you offended me, like, I'm in Japan, like, how do you not know this? I'm in Japan, I'm Mexican, I'm protesting here. If you're in Tokyo, you have to have seen a protest,
Right.
like, clarify, your actions like have dehumanized. Just clarify, at least. Is this a politics issue to you, Rhea?
I mean, no. Like, it's a human rights issue. And I guess some people would call that politics, but it's like, in terms of like something like a genocide going on, it's like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, okay, like, it has to be talked about.
Yeah.
Because people are dying. It's not like, hey, vote for blah blah blah. It's like it's a life or death situation for these people. But I don't know. I think a lot of people. I cannot speak for Carla.
Yeah, Carla. Sorry, I love how you said that.
I can't roll my R's.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But I feel like, and I don't know anything about her like you do, so this is coming from a more ignorant place.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But I feel like she might have genuinely been ignorant, because sometimes people just do not want to, and that could have been ignorance, because she chose not to pay attention. Do you know what I'm saying? People don't always want to know things that aren't comfortable, or depressing or blah blah blah. And so because maybe she chose to be ignorant about those things, she was not prepared for whatever comment. Like I said, it'd be cool to know what the comment was.
Yeah.
But whatever comment she got, she might have genuinely been like, not have known what the hell was going on, and how it connected, and it might have just made her give that angry reaction. But yeah, I do kind of agree. Like, I wish her apology had been more specific, because it would have been nice to know, like, did you finally learn like what that was about? And like, and if you did, hopefully it would matter enough for you to share what you learned, you know?
And the thing is, to end this specific topic, I'm sorry we went like 10 minutes over. Ah, God, I don't want to cry, but I feel like this is important, and I'll probably clip this specific part and make it into a highlight as well, because VTubers just, like, again, I'm a VTuber and I want to make it big someday, but I'm literally not interested in money at all. Like, I do not want to make money. I just want to make it big and make my own community where people can feel safe. And right now, we're at a time where there's a genocide happening, right? I want to be seen as someone who stood by the people. I want to make people feel safe, because I've never felt safe, and I'm not even that brown, you know? Imagine people who are darker than me. Imagine black people. Imagine the Palestinians that are in America, who have to sit here and see their grandparents, whatever family members are left in Palestine, being fucking murdered and not being able to do anything.
Right.
And this is what I mean by dehumanization, because people don't realize Palestinians are humans too. They're so close to us. They're you and me. I'm telling you, my dad met a Palestinian man, you know? Like, and I was amazed. I was like, wait, what? They're here? Of course they're here. Of course they live in America. Of course they're everywhere, bro. And they're people, they're dying, they're being murdered, they're being killed, their families are being murdered. Now, VTubers, listen to this. You have Palestinian fans, bro. And they're being murdered. And I'm not gonna show this on screen. Is the screen off? The screen's off. Don't read this, Rhea. But I'll read this, and I'm gonna censor it because I don't want to bring any drama or hate to anyone. But I need to read this, and I'm sorry if I get emotional, because this hits too close to home, and I'm sick and tired of these motherfucking VTubers who just don't give a fuck and just are too fucking. They rather be ignorant than do the bare minimum and not fucking mention Starbucks, McDonald's, Lay's, any potato chip basically brand, Coca-Cola. Like, you can't even do the bare minimum, and your fans are being killed. And this is what I mean. I'm a fan of these VTubers. And I stumbled upon this tweet a long ass time ago, where a Palestinian fan got in contact with one of a prominent fan from a specific VTuber. I'm not gonna name who. I'm gonna censor everything. When I read this, I'm just gonna read it. This is a Palestinian VTuber fan. To all the famous VTubers out there, please think before you say shit. Please think before please get educated. And when someone says it tries to educate you on these matters, please don't be ignorant. Please at least be humane enough to not promote companies that are promoting genocide. So I'm gonna read this message. Blank. I'm gonna use blank to censor names. Blank Blank, I'm still alive. I just want to let you know that they're bombing everywhere now. My parents died, and all left is me. All left is me now, but I'm not afraid to die. I wish we can meet somewhere better place in the world. Thank you for knowing me with blank, insert VTuber. I couldn't catch their stream anymore, but your clips and YouTube always help me. If you don't get any update from me from now on, can you send them a super chat and say, all the best, blank? And for you, blank, I love you.
Wow.
So, like, the VTubing community has fucked up so bad. And I am enraged and disappointed that these motherfuckers don't have the decency to care and would rather avoid this topic when their fucking fans are fucking being murdered.
Right.
It makes me feel that, you know, they wouldn't care if I died either. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And like recently another person I look up to like a lot said some stupid shit as well, like tone deaf, and I'm like, bro, people are dying, man. Why are you doing this? Like, I love all of you guys. Why are you doing this? Like, I want to be like you, but not like this. I'm out here protesting, you know. I'm not protesting now because it got canceled due to rain, but I can't just sit here and see fucking children be blown in half. You know, I can't. I can't just turn the cheek and pretend everything's fine. I want to make my and you know, this is an excuse that the VTubers say, hey, I want to make this a place where we don't have to think about world tragedies. Okay, fine, but at least do the bare minimum. Like, what the fuck?
And some of your fans don't have a choice.
Some of your fans are probably dead. Do you not understand? I'm in horror. I can't. I'm in despair. Knowing that I don't even know if this person's alive or not. This was from like fucking October, November, dude. When was this? Let me see. This was November 2nd. I think they're dead, bro. VTubers, do fucking better. Like, if you have a big ass platform, do better. Get educated already. Like, fucking hell. Like, fuck all of you. I'm sorry. I love you all. But fuck you. Genuinely. And there's only been one person, by the way, who said something insensitive and actually genuinely apologized and did a fucking good apology. One person. And that person made me proud. I'm like, okay, what you said was so fucking ignorant and tone deaf. But their apology was one of the, literally, with what's happening right now, compared to Carla, this guy that I look up to a lot Look at this. This is a very genuine apology. And you don't see, and I'm not gonna read it because it's pretty fresh, and I don't want people to. This person got harassed after they apologized. It's fucking stupid. After they made a genuine apology, that's when people started making death threats. But the other person in question that I told you about, they're getting defended because they're being they're being attacked by the woke people. It's just so backwards.
It is.
It's so fucking backwards. But this person right here, let me call them Roku. Roku did a fucking this fucking a good apology. And I'm like, okay, this is what, and they literally right here, they explained what their mistake was and why it was offensive. That brought hope. That brought hope back to me. Literally, that brought hope back to me. Not in like in the sense that, you know, it's not like they're doing something great. They can do more, quite frankly, but that doesn't only apply to them. That applies to everyone who has a big following in the VTubing community. But like, this is how you apologize for shit. And yeah, and I'm saddened that the VTubing community has dehumanized Palestinians into just a politics issue. It's wrong, and it needs to stop. But to move on from this, I'm sorry. We're gonna talk about acceptance. That was a pretty long spiel. I got emotional. My bad.
No, I'm glad you shared, and it was also enlightening for me because I don't really keep up with that community at all. So
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Don't keep the reason why I'm emotional, and it's because I want to be a part of that community at some point. It's gonna take years for that to happen, but but no. To end the Palestine thing, let's end it in a happy note. I didn't tell you though. I didn't tell you because I want you to hear the news. I don't know if you heard the news. I don't think you did, but let's see. Let's get a update.
Okay.
From
I'm still on your Twitter page with you, just so you know.
Yeah, I'll show it in a bit. God damn it. Oh yeah, it's their birthday. That's why we're seeing this. Okay. Give me a sec. My bad.
You're fine.
Ah! Sorry, I saw spoilers. We're close. Wow, they've been... Okay. There we go. Display capture, bam! Oh my god. You can't see shit. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh god, let's end this topic in a happy note. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I replied to that. Sorry. I was really happy. So, I say I'm happy, but my fucking face shows that I'm angry. No, listen. I'm actually happy.
I don't know what's happening.
Sorry. Give me a sec. I'm trying. My bad. Okay. Wait, it only why is it showing that on your screen? Lamau. Okay, I see why you're confused too. Okay, there we go. Great news from
Oh my
Nori.
God.
Great news. My family and I finally started our trip for healing. This was
Oh my
in March
God.
16th, and let's go back right here. March 17th, I forgot to explain the best part. We evacuated from Gaza. I still feel sad about it, but it is no longer home. So Nori
Oh my
has
God.
escaped Gaza. She is safe now. That's the good news.
Wow. That is such a relief.
To those who do not know who Nori is someone that I followed around, October, and I decided to speak on their story a few months back with Rhea, and we slowly saw the progression of how things got worse up to the point where Nori and her family were attacked by Israeli missile shot from a tank, and Nori ended up losing her eye and getting her left hand injured. Now here's the thing. She's an artist, so that was also, and she's a lefty as well, so that was pretty devastating for us and all of us, and I was devastated. Wow, we were all devastated, me and Rhea, and we didn't know if she was gonna be okay, like, is she gonna be alive? We just don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, as of March 17th, Nori has evacuated Gaza. So we don't have to worry about Nori being murdered by Israel. So that's the good news.
That is such a relief.
That's a relief. From now on, let's us as human beings, let's do our best to fight for all the Palestinians and encourage our countries to force a ceasefire immediately and indefinitely. There we go. So again, that's it to end that side. I'm sorry I went over. Now let's start the acceptance topic. So why are we talking about acceptance, Rhea? What the hell?
So I think, I think there's a video you sent me that
Oh yeah, it was me.
really yeah, it really brings to light how frustrating it can be when the people you love or the people you're closest to can't seem to understand you or accept who you really are. And yeah.
So when I was talking to Rhea, a specific video went viral, didn't it? It was of a little girl. Where did it go? Ah, here it is. It was of a little girl who was basically like fighting with her, I'm assuming it was her mother, I guess. And her mother was kind of, I don't know how to explain it. She was like
Dismissive.
Mocking her child, not gonna lie. Is that how it was? I'm sorry, I'm trying to
Yeah, it was just very dismissive. Like, it was kind of like, oh, you don't really know what you want. You're a kid,
And give me a sec, okay? Let me change the, no, I won't change it. It's fine.
Every time you say give me a sec, my brain wants to say, I'll give you a lot of sex.
Sex?
And then I'm like, wait, no, SECS.
LGBTQ plus Rhea, baby, let's go. This is a GreyStrays podcast where we talk about our gray sexuality in the A spectrum. Rhea wants to give me lots of sex.
Stop.
Let's go. I appreciate that. Only you, Daddy. Only you. That's why I call you Daddy. It's literally why I call her Daddy. She's my daddy.
No, it's not.
Anyway, so let's watch the video. Actually, here, let me turn off the goddamn music. But while I do that, oh, and I turned on desktop audio again. While I do that, I'm just gonna fix the display capture a little bit because I obviously fucked it up a little bit. Wow, why is it? Well, now. But yeah, real, like, I don't know. When I first saw this, I was like, the thing is, you guys, you have to understand, again, this is kind of new for me. When it comes to, like, LGBTQ rights and stuff, and anything that involves that spectrum. I was raised in a very religious environment, and I was basically raised to be homophobic, transphobic, oldophobics, right? But even then, I still believed that people, deserved to be happy and have rights. So it was a weird thing where I'd be like, "Oh, they're going to hell," but let them be happy. It was weird. So I would contradict myself a lot, and now finally I'm finally being actually progressive, and so when I see this, I kind of get confused because, like, shit, like, I kind of had this experience as well, but it made me sad seeing that this child was basically, like, pleading for her, or my bad, for the See, this is where I'm
Let's go ahead and let's play it, and then
Okay,
people will understand why you're struggling.
Okay. Here, let's watch the video.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna play it.
What was your dream about last night?
I got married with a little girl.
You got married with a little girl?
Oh, I can't hear it.
Not a boy?
When I get older, I'm gonna be a boy.
You're not gonna be
Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter since I've already heard it.
Oh, okay.
When I be older.
Sorry, I thought it might have been for everyone.
It's okay. Let me replay it. Cause
What was your dream about last night?
I got married with a little girl.
You got married with a little girl? Not a boy?
When I get older, I'm gonna be a boy.
You're not gonna be a boy. You're a girl.
When I be older.
Yeah, when you're older, you're gonna have long hair. You're pretty, put makeup on.
No, when I be older, I'm a boy. When I be older, I gotta be a boy, so I can marry a little girl.
Interesting. All right, well, when you get to a certain age, I'll let you make that decision. Right now, you're a girl, okay?
When I get older, I'm gonna be a boy.
I'm gonna save this video. I'm gonna play it at your wedding when you marry a boy.
I'm gonna be a boy when I be married with a little girl.
Yeah, eat your pickles.
so
Oh, don't forget to turn off desktop audio.
yeah. So that was the thing that that happened. And
That was just so, like, I could feel that child's frustration. It was just like, oh my god, because too, when you're that little, you don't have all the words you need, So it's like you can't express yourself as well, so it's even harder to defend yourself.
It is, yeah.
And so I could just feel the child's frustration, just being like, oh my god, my mom is not listening to me at all.
And look how, like, frustrated she is too. She's
Yeah.
just so, like, the poor child, like, it's just so fucked up. I don't even like, this is kind of, I don't know. Here, what do you have to say on this? I'll let you talk first since I've been talking a lot.
I mean, it's just, it makes me worried for that kid, because it's just, are they ever gonna be taken seriously is what I'm thinking. Like, okay, yes, they are young, right? So like, sure, maybe the mom is like, okay, this child needs a little more time to figure out exactly what he or she wants. You know what I'm saying? But it's like to explicitly tell them that that's not how they're gonna end up, and like, oh, I'm gonna play this at your wedding. It's like, come on, like you're just completely ignoring it. It's so, oh, it just makes me so frustrated. Like, I almost feel like I'm sitting there at the table, like I'm so mad at that woman. It's just like, why are you not listening? Like, come on, it's the 21st century too. It's not like that's not a thing.
I mean, you can see the Texas on the pickles.
Oh
So-
yeah, that's so true. Okay.
So, yeah.
there-
But the thing is, like in my, like, as a Mexican, that's still a thing. Because
Right.
at least with like the previous generation, well, my brother is so homophobic. He's everything. Although he's just, well, I have no right to say anything. But you know, it's just like confusing. When I was a child, I never wanted to be a boy, but I was a tomboy, and also I just was, for some odd reason, I forgot this happened until I had a That's So Raven moment where I remembered instead of seeing the future, I remembered my past as a child. And for some reason, as a child, I was very adamant about not wanting a child. Like, I was very adamant about, I will never be a mom and I do not want kids. As a fucking, 3-4-year-old. And
Right.
so whenever I would have that conversation, my parents would be like, well, you know, you have to get your boyfriend and you have to marry someone. And for me, like, that concept it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, why? Why do I have to do that?
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah.
because you need to have family, you have to have kids. And I'm like, I don't want kids, though. I don't want kids. And it got to the point where I got, that kid that we just saw, that's how I was yelling at my parents, like, I don't want kids!
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't want kids! And they're like, okay, at least marry someone. I'm like, who the fuck am I gonna marry? I don't know. And then at that point, I remember, like, okay, there, I'll marry my brother. Is that good? And my parents like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, I remember this guy. It's so fresh in my brain. I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck then, dude? Like, I don't want to be with anyone. Which is so weird. And this is a topic that on Twitter, a lot of people were like, you know what? A lot of people in the LGBTQ plus community get demonized for shoving this gay propaganda, I'm assuming that's what they call it, into the children's head, when in reality it's the fucking straights that are shoving.
It's straight propaganda.
It's a straight. They're trying to shove the mentality of this girl. It's like, no, you can't be a boy. You're gonna get married. And for me, it's like, why the fuck were my parents telling me that they want me pregnant when I was 4?
There's different incidents throughout my life that I like.
Oh, let's hear them.
When I was I don't know if I was as young as you when I realized. I can't really say, because I was one of those kids that would carry around a baby doll. I know, basic. But But I do remember like being like, I don't know if I want kids, and my mom being like, oh, you'll change your mind when you get older, because you know it's the biggest joy in your life, and da 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 da. And I'm like, okay. And then I think eventually my parents were accepting, like they were like, well, you don't have to have kids if you don't want them. But then it's like there's still plenty of people you are around in society who are gonna like put their views towards that, not force them on you, but they're gonna share them. And it's like I remember in college my dad's company friends like coming over with their little kids, and I was like playing with the kids, and I literally heard my dad's friend turn to him and be like, just wait till she brings some of her own running around in here. And I like sat there being like literally like I literally in my head I was like, ew.
No.
Like, what are you talking about? I'm not gonna, like, in my mind I was just like, why are you just assuming that I'm gonna be bringing them grandkids? But it's just like that's what's expected. It's frustrating.
It is. And I'm used to it. And the thing is that I just shut that down. I go, no, I never want kids. Like, and it always freaks people out. They go like, oh my God, I can't wait till you have a little Tama. And I'm like, no, I'm a Tama D's, but I'm not gonna Tama D's to get a little Tama. Okay? Sorry. I'm sorry, but that's just the goddamn truth. Like Tama D's, but don't do that, please. Okay? Chill.
But also talking about acceptance, because I know we were like bringing this up, and like I had it in the back of my mind kind of all week, and it's interesting too because I happened to work today and a comment was made. That,
oh my God, no way.
No, okay, like not towards me. First of all, I don't feel the need for everyone at my job to know that I'm a bisexual, because I'm like, well, it's none of your business.
Well, yeah.
My close friends there know, but it's like, unless I'm dating someone, then, you know, I'm not gonna be like, hey, everyone, by the way, I'm by the way.
Stop. No, that's
because there are people at my job. I do live in the South who, especially older people at my job, yeah, who definitely are homophobic, and so it's just like, you know, I don't want to have that conversation with you. I just want to work and go home and live my life.
That's true.
With a woman who was telling me about like, oh yeah, my grandson is 23 and like he's always in his room and never gets out, and like we didn't think he was gonna meet anyone, and then one day at a girlfriend, and like we were all shocked and blah 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 blah, and I was like, oh okay, you know, like just kind of nodding because I'm like, oh, I don't, you know, obviously I'm like, girl, get it. Anyways, and then she goes, yeah, honestly, I was getting worried for a second there that he was gay. And I
mean,
see, the thing is, I already knew this woman. Like, I already figured just from other comments she's made. But I just kind of looked at her, and I didn't even say anything because I was like, I have no words. What I really wanted to say though was, girl, he still could be. Like, he still could be. And what about it? What about it? Like, what's the issue? So he's gay, so he finds some, or bi, or whatever, so he finds someone he loves. Is that a bad thing? He finds a person he loves and to share his life with, but because it's not what you and your straight mind want, you can't, like, you would rather him be alone in his room, which, by the way, is also fine coming from someone on the A spectrum. But
I was like,
saying,
excuse me, are you attacking me right now?
Coming from their perspective of like coupling up, you would rather someone be alone them be
be
with a
gay.
partner they love.
Oh, or yeah,
It just
yeah,
makes
yeah.
absolutely no sense to me.
And the thing is, it's
It
like
makes
I
no
didn't even
sense.
realize, like when you said that, I didn't even process that that was a bad thing to say. But like, because again, like I was raised to be homophobic. So
Yeah.
when I hear you say that, I'm like, oh shit, wait, you're right. Like I'm like, wait, because I could say that too. It's like, oh, I was afraid that this guy's gay. But the implications of that are pretty fucking negative. You know?
Right.
Yeah, like, and for me, like, a lot of people who say that shit just don't realize that.
Yeah.
And I'm having like a culture shock right now because for me, it's like, oh, that's a normal thing to say. Like, that's literally in my head. That's what I said when you said that. Shit, I'm fucked. Bye, daddy. Bye.
Yeah. And you know, another thing,
No, I mean like you're bi and you're my daddy. That's what I meant. Not like goodbye.
Oh.
Sorry.
I just not put that together. I'm remembering another incident, not
Okay.
about me, but when I was in college, I remember in my internship, the office I worked in,
Oh yeah.
there was an incident. I definitely, like, all the people I worked alongside were like boomers and clearly conservative. So that was obvious to me from the get-go. But they were talking about, it was a very, very small town, like smaller than the town I'm in now. So everyone knew everyone's business, at least the locals. And they were talking about how someone's child came out as trans, and like, oh my god. And like, here's the thing. The child comes out as trans and they're all going, oh my god, that must be so hard for the mother, because they knew the mother. Like, I don't even remember the name. They're like, oh my god, Nancy must be having such a hard time right now. Like, I really feel for her. I'm gonna keep her in my prayers and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, okay, sure.
As if
I
like
will
someone
say,
died, right?
Like, yeah.
Is
I
that what
know,
they're
it's
implying?
Like, your child,
Oh, okay.
yeah, your child is alive, and your child is doing what they need to do to be happy and healthy. And you're gonna sit over here and be like, oh my god, poor Nancy, like, da-da-da-da-da. And it's just, it blows my mind, because sure, you're gonna have to reconcile that your child is not the gender they grew up as or whatever. Like, okay, sure, like, take your time and reconcile with that. Meanwhile, your child is literally transitioning to a new gender and needs all the support they can get. So can you get the fuck over yourself for a minute? Like, it was so wild.
And that's the thing too, something that a hard pill I had to swallow, quite frankly, is that, well, when we met John, remember when we met John, I had to realize at that moment when he would talk to me about his experiences, because and back then I was transphobic, guys. I was talking to a transgender person as a transphobe, and I was like, as a transphobe, I can't understand you. Can you explain a little bit more? And he did. And a hard pill I had to swallow was that, you know, when it comes to trans people, it's not an easy fucking decision. It's so fucking stressful, to the point where, like, some people would rather commit than fully, like, unaliving themselves, because how difficult that decision is. And you have, like, these stupid people making comments like that. Basically, again, it all goes back to dehumanization, you know? What are these people the plague? Are you okay? Like, why are you treating them like they're the plague? Like, what the fuck? It's as if your child has cancer. Like, oh, I'll pray for you. What? No, they're alive and they're trying to be happy. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe pray that they succeed? Is that what? No, obviously that's not what they mean, but it'd be nice if that's what they meant. But yeah, you're right. Get over yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I know someone. I'm not gonna get too specific because I don't know. It's not my story to tell, but
yeah.
I know someone who is trans, and
It's
when
not John.
No. When he decided to, first of all, he has some siblings that are very, very accepting, so I'm really glad he has that community, at least within the family. But when he decided to inform his dad, who did not live anywhere near him, his dad lived like in a different state. But anyways, there was like no response, and so the other siblings were not able to reach the dad, and they were getting kind of worried. Because the dad lived alone and kind of had some destructive habits sometimes. And so they literally had the apartment do a wellness check.
Whoa!
Turns out the dad was not in the apartment. It was just that he was so distraught by learning that his child was trans that he went out in the woods, like, for a couple of days.
What?
Yeah.
In the woods, what? To what? Become a fucking Tarzan? What?
Just because he was fucking, he was, quote in quotes, going through it, you know, like he was just,
he rejected his humanity, went to the fucking woods and lived with the bears? Like, what? Because his kid is trans.
Can you get over that? It's like, are you kidding me? How dramatic and fucked up are you?
I'm laughing because it's fucked up. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, no.
That's why I'm laughing, to clarify.
And the family, the people I know, like, because I know these people well.
Yeah.
They laugh too, but it's just like, how fucked up are you?
That's pretty fucked. Guys, I can't do this. It's into the woods from now on.
I know, like, Jesus Christ.
What if he did get eaten by a bear? That would have meant that he... That would have meant that he got eaten up by a bear because he was so distraught that his kid was trans.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't understand straight people. And I'm straight. How unfortunate. Man, big L to straights. No, yeah. I support heterophobia. I'm sorry. Like, that shit is just... That's just stupid as fuck. I don't understand.
Oh,
people.
God.
I wish I wasn't straight, man. And that's how I know, like, you can't just, like, choose. Like, I try, I'm just like, I look at sussy stuff and I'm just like, no, I can't get it up, Mr. Krabs. I'm sorry. Like, it's
You're
just...
like, please let me be just a little gay.
Yes, literally. I'm like, please, please. It's such an L to be attracted to men. Come on. Let me have this. No, I can't. I just can't. Well, then again, I am ace. But the thing is, like, I can get hot and bothered if I want to. Not if I want to, but like if moments of weakness. I have to look. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it when I do that stuff.
Oh, okay.
But that's me personally. I have a lot of issues. But when I have to do that shit, it's like I'm always have to look at pee-pee, unfortunately. It's a tragedy. L for the straight people. I'm sorry. It's tragedy. No, but the thing is, going back to that child though, that's a terrible segue. My bad. Listen, stop.
Okay, you already did it. Let's
I
go back to the video.
Going back to the video. Um, there's been a lot of discourse too within Twitter about that kid. Because a lot of people, are projecting what they think the child is feeling. So it's not only the mother, but it's like the audience as well. One of the things that people have been saying is like, well, maybe she's confused, maybe she's just bi and thinks that the only way to date a girl is by being a boy. So maybe that's why she's saying that. And then you have trans people feeling attacked because it's like, are these people like being transphobic right now? It's like, maybe what if she does want to be a boy? Like, I don't see.
My thing is like, maybe just let the child figure it out in time. Like, Jesus Christ, why is everyone like, no, like, I do get it to an extent because they're trying to like defend this kid, but it's like, you can defend the kid without diagnosing the kid.
Shit. Wow, I'm ashamed. You're right. I didn't even see. This is
I
why.
wasn't
This is
saying that to attack you.
no. But I was doing that myself. I'm chronically on Twitter, so of course I have brain damage. So I'm very thankful to have someone who's not brain dead, who's not Twitter brained, saying the most important part out of all of this. You're right. Who the fuck cares? Just let the kid be a kid and be what they want to be. And it's the mother's job to educate her on those differences. But fortunately, she doesn't care for her child's happiness. She cares for her own happiness, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the tragedy about this part. But you're right, like, we shouldn't act like the mother and force our ideals on this kid either. That's what's hurting these children. We just need to let children be children,
right?
And let them figure it out. Wow, that was powerful, Rhea. Gracias, muchas gracias. Damn.
I wasn't trying to be, but thanks.
No, because you had a normal take, that's a good thing to say. When you're chronically online and on Twitter, it's just like people just start idiotic discourses just for the likes, it's just fucked up, and you forget the goal, and the goal is to validate this child's feelings. And if we're trying to figure out what they are, or what they truly are, diagnose them, we're basically doing the same thing as the fucking mom. We're not listening to the fucking kid. What the hell? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
So
I think that's honestly, that's the thing about labels. It's like, on the one hand, they're very what's the word? They're very reinforcing of people that need to be like, yes, this is what I am, accept it, But they're also very restrictive to people who are just kind of like, figuring it out, or people that are like, I don't want to have a name for, I just am, what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. And I've always struggled with that too, because it's like, okay, like, us talking about being on the A spectrum, it's like, that's such a wide spectrum. And I'm like, do I have to know exactly where I am? Or can I just be like, hey, I'm somewhere on that A spectrum, demisexual, if you will.
That's true as well, because I get confused as well, because it's like, I feel like I'm a very special case, and even in my own streams, when I explain that to people who ask, they go, well, aren't you ace? Why are you, a lot of people like get surprised when I say that, because I'm very vulgar. I'm very vulgar, and also I consume sussy stuff, and
right.
it's like, how? And I'm like, no, I just don't want to have sex with you. Like, I just don't want to have sex
Right,
in general.
right.
Like, that's all it is.
And that's probably really good that you're doing that because they're seeing an example of someone on the spectrum rather than whatever they concocted in their head.
Yeah, like, it's like, I'm normal too. Like, Lamau, Tamadis, you know? Yo. That's a fucking genius joke. Like, why wouldn't I say that? What the fuck? Like, I came up with that myself.
Okay, this is a really random side note, but
Yes.
I had to do this training at work recently.
Yeah.
Because we deal with a lot of where I work. There's a lot of people from vulnerable populations, like homeless people, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so we took like a de-escalation training for people who are upset.
Oh, wow.
And it's a video, and I at some points, because I would watch it while I was like, I had to have it muted, so I would put on the caption. Every time we would say de-escalation, the caption would say de-escalation.
Let's go!
I could not get your voice out of my head.
I'm doing my goddamn job. Let's go. My Tama are in these people's minds. Let's go.
Yeah, anyways.
My bad. But no, that's my job. I am proud of that. I translated that myself. I CC'd that. That was me.
Wow, did you really? Impressive.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a lie. I don't want to get sued by somehow. I don't know how I would get sued, but hey, I'm in Minecraft. Anyway. But well, yeah. Acceptance, huh?
Acceptance.
It's just like, yeah, you just gotta accept. You know?
Accept it.
What do you think about teachers teaching these things to kids, you know? You know, did I tell you that in my area, I don't know if the entirety of Japan does that, but at least in my area, these kids are supposed to have one lesson. It's like a humanities lesson, I guess, about LGBTQ people each grade.
I think that that makes perfect sense, and I think that
Like awareness, yeah.
Yeah, if more schools did that, I feel like, you know, first of all, a bunch of parents would be like, fuck this, here in the US, especially in the South. But kids would not only become aware, but kids that might have been questioning and didn't have a word for whatever they were feeling because they had no resources, maybe, you know, they would learn. Also sex ed, like, I know
Yeah.
we had to go through it, and it's like, even in, like, there's all those issues with that because they don't always teach you, like, they, you know, sometimes it's just abstinence rather than use a condom or whatever. But sex ed is like, they should probably start expanding that, you know?
So you don't think they're trying to turn our kids gay?
No, of course not. If anything, I'd be like, stop trying to turn our kids straight.
Forcibly, ne? That's right, yeah. Yeah, it got to the point where my parents saw, I guess, after me saying I don't want fucking kids. I don't want kids. Well, both of those are true, actually. That I don't want kids. I need to watch how I word things. But yeah, when I told my parents that, they were like, I'm assuming after that they realized how not girly I was as a child. So they kind of forced like me being feminine onto me. They threw away all my toys, my cars, my trucks. They wouldn't gift me any boy toys anymore. I wanted to be Spider-Man. God, I will never get over that ever in my life. They didn't let me be Spider-Man. They gave the Spider-Man video game to my brother, even though he wasn't even a fucking fan of Spider-Man. And I knew he was gonna break it and lose it. And he broke it and he lost it. And you know what they gave me for Christmas instead? They fucking gave me a fucking collector's edition of all the Barbie movies. I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't even like Barbie. You know, it was the worst. You know.
Okay, but the Barbie movies, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'm just like you. You're just like me.
You're just like me.
We're just one big family. See, like the
whoever
fact that I
made
know
that
that
movie-
song, the propaganda. I know all the Barbie movie songs. What the fuck?
But you know what? You can still be Spider-Man. In fact, you should do it today.
Should I be Spider-Man? Oh my god.
Yeah,
No,
go get a
well-
costume.
Well, the thing. Stop. Then
I'm
go.
only half joking.
But
Like,
the-
this might help.
No, the thing is that that representation, although they always make them white, unfortunately, but
But have you
that
seen the
with
most
the
recent
yeah
ones?
with the recent Spider-Man movies, I just go fuck me in the asshole. Not really, because I'm Ace, but fuck. I actually could have been Spider-Man as a kid.
Yeah,
Like, I wish I would have
yes.
seen this as a child. Like, anyone
Yeah,
can
yeah.
literally be Spider-Man, and that was the whole point of Spider-Man. And the fact that my parents rejected that, took that away from me, like, is soul crushing. And I kind of got like retribution with the Spider-Man movies watching that. And I'm like, wow, finally I waited years to just be Spider-Man. Like,
Aw.
that's it. Like, I was like, fuck. It took this long, huh? Wow.
I
you know.
really love that though.
And also, like, when I watched the Barbie movie as well, too, like, I had, like, this internalized hatred for Barbie because of what happened to me. Yes, and so when I watched it, I hate watched it. I was like, I'm gonna watch this stupid ass movie and shit on it because I know it's gonna be a fucking shit movie, bitch ass. And then I go and I watch it and I'm like, wham, wham. I went wham. I just read it.
I've seen people on like I don't know if I've watched any of the Barbie movies, but I've seen these little clips people make of them on TikTok and just how ridiculous some of them are, and I'm like, oh my god.
they're kind of funny though. Like, I like their songs are kind of good though. The movies are. I've never watched the like Barbie and anime. Well, I mean, actually, technically speaking, cartoons are anime. Okay, actually, but yeah, like the Barbie cartoons, I've never really watched them. But they seem pretty funny, so like, you know what? Just accept things and let people enjoy the things that they want. Especially fucking children. So if a child wants to fucking be a boy, or if a child wants to watch Spider-Man or be Spider-Man, just like, come on. Just like, not force your dumbass ideals on these kids. Because it does fuck up. Like, the fact that I'm still butthurt about this and I'm like over 20, like, says a lot of how traumatizing that was to me.
I think you'd be a great Spider-Man.
I fucking would, dude. Fucking would.
Okay, I was worried I offended you because you got really quiet.
Yo, you fucking wait. Fuck. Would, dude. I would. It's too late now. The other children of this earth have to do that for me. I'm too old. I can't be Spider-Man right now. I want to be a VTuber, unfortunately. That's what has, you know, I went from wanting to be Spider-Man to being a VTuber, unfortunately. That's sad. But it's let me be what I want. Acceptance, man. And yeah, should we end it here? Or do you want to add more stuff?
Yeah, we can end it here. If that works.
I don't know. Does it work? Like, excuse you? Oh god, that hurt my throat when I said that for some reason. Fuck. No, but yeah, that was today's episode of the GreyStrays podcast. I don't even know what episode. Is this 7 or 6?
I'm not sure.
Actually, I feel like this one was a pretty good... I think this one was more structured than last time. How do you feel about this episode?
Yeah, I think it was. I think this was a good one.
Yeah, and we only went 11 minutes over, so it's not that bad. Not that bad. I think having that doc was a good idea, even though we didn't really add anything to it. But just having like a fucking topic is nice, huh?
Yeah.
So my bad for starting for not updating the what's it called? The schedule or updating anything. It's just yeah, a lot's been going on and I've been really busy as of late, but doing my best, okay? To those who watch, it's gonna be in the YouTube VODs.
Also, to those who watch, she doesn't have a lot of help because
I'm the one who created this. I'm in charge, okay? It's fine. I need to learn how to be productive. Or time management as well.
I do have X now on my phone, so
no,
next time you need to post something. I don't know. I don't get notifications. Don't worry.
Okay, good,
I don't open it unless I have to.
Okay, good. No, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll just text you, be like, Rhea, tell them to fuck off. And no, okay, no, don't do that. But I'll be like, Rhea, update the schedule or something. Rhea, post a meme for me, please. The people need this. No, but yeah, that was this episode's pretty nice. I feel like it was really well structured. I'm sorry I ended up talking a lot most of it.
No.
I feel like it has to be at least a little bit more equal when it comes to speaking. So
well, okay. I thought, you had stuff to share for Palestine, and that's important.
And you're normal. I feel you need to talk. You need to talk more because I'm not normal.
I'm not gonna interrupt you.
I don't touch
I'm not
grass.
gonna be like, hey, shut up.
Shut up, bitch. Oh, whoa. Okay, but no. Wait, if I'm talking too much or if I say something out there, like, you should call me out. Because sometimes even me myself, I don't realize that I've said something dumb. But yeah, like, I had a good revelation today about that little kid that we just watched, so that's cool. Either way, still be my baby always, boy or girl. I just noticed that caption.
Yeah, I saw that too. I thought that was very interesting that that's the caption, but her response in the video seems to be very different.
Like, she knew she was gonna get canceled for this. That's why she put that there. What the fuck? She's like, but I said either way. Okay, well then why'd you pester your fucking child, dumb bitch? What the fuck? Sorry, I got distracted. I am not only may I be dyslexic. Oh yeah, okay guys. I'm just gonna put it out there. Trigger warning for future references. I might be dyslexic. And so if I misread something ever, or if I just can't spell, or if I interpret something completely different when reading something, I apologize. I might have dyslexia. Also, you just saw me get distracted literally by looking at my screen. People who are not doctors have been diagnosing me with ADHD somehow. I don't even... Okay, so maybe I have that. I don't fucking know. I have issues. Lamau. Just trigger warning for those out there. Undiagnosed
issues.
shit.
They're just a part of you.
Oh my god, there might be a part of me. Nothing wrong with people who have ADHD or dyslexia.
I know.
I'm sorry. No, you're
I was
right.
saying that. No, I was saying that to be accepting of you, dummy.
Oh. I'm traumatized. We're just shit. Thank you. No, you're right. Thank you. I'll try to be more accepting of myself. That's of course. That was the GreyStrays podcast.
Anyways, yeah,
Hey!
thanks for coming.
Thanks
Bye.
for coming. Bye, everyone. Yeah. Clap for Rhea. Clap for me. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Yeah. We'll see you guys someday. We don't know when at this point, but someday. Okay, y'all. Bye.
Bye.